Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. There's a game coming out here shortly in early access that I think is so chaotic, so over the top, and it is getting lost in the shuffle a little bit with a lot of the other major games coming out. We got Battlefield 6 coming out next week. We've had like a billion games come out in the last month. Borderlands 4, Silent Hill, Digimon is coming out, you know, for my Digimon guys out there, but hitting early access on October 8th is Redemption Road and Tiny Build's Kingmakers. This game, again, is so over the top, so insane in terms of premise, that I want to highlight some of the aspects of the game and give you guys some of the updates from their recent dev blogs. Dev blog number 2, bringing a gun to a sword fight, which is a key element of the game. Also, some of the historical aspects of the game. Also, the lead coder over at Kingmakers put out a tweet showcasing some of the game's soundtrack and sound design, and it looks phenomenal on that end as well. So we'll talk that at the end of this video very briefly. Now, if you're not too familiar with Kingmakers, the game notes go back in time to a war-torn medieval era with a vast arsenal of modern weapons. Yes, you go back to a medieval era, but you've got modern weaponry at your disposal. You'll change the course of history and save the future in an epic action strategy sandbox. Build your kingdom, grab a gun, and lead an army of thousands into massive real-time simulated battles, whether that be in solo play or cooperative. It is a third-person action title. You're the last hope in a dying world. Travel back 500 years to medieval England in order to change the course of a bloody war and maybe, if you're lucky, stave off the apocalypse. Can you tip the scales of history and create a new timeline? It's a groundbreaking medieval simulation. It's absolute anarchy and absolute chaos with so many people on screen at the same time. Each battle you engage in runs as a fully real-time simulation with thousands of soldiers fighting at the same time. Every soldier on the battlefield is controlled by a next-gen multi-threaded AI which controls their decision-making, pathfinding, and loyalty. This, combined with a unique procedural animation system, allows Kingmakers to offer an unprecedented level of character and combat fidelity. Now, yes, it's in a medieval era, but you'll be bringing your guns into the fight. How many swordsmen do you think you could take out with an AK-47? This is your chance to find out. Use assault rifles, shotguns, grenade launchers, armored SUVs, bikes, attack helis, airstrikes, and more to make sure history altering goes smoothly. Put your sharpshooting skills to the test and wreak absolute havoc on the battlefield. And one of their most recent dev blogs is highlighting a lot of the weaponry in the game, noting, "Greeting time-traveling Merca, welcome back to another dev blog. This time we're delving into your modern arsenal and the vehicles you'll get to wreak havoc with in Kingmakers." Kingmakers started with a simple question that many of us have dreamed of in a game. What would happen if you brought modern weapons into a medieval battlefield? Could a single person with a modern arsenal obliterate a medieval army? That idea alone unlocked a ton of gameplay possibilities, but when you introduce guns and explosives into a large-scale medieval battle with thousands of soldiers, the balance of things gets technically complex, and that's the challenge our passionate dev team has been excited to take. Just down the road from the office, we have a shooting range where we do a hands-on testing and research. We fired various guns from 9mm, 40, and even a 50 cal, and we've also looked into how armor holds up against different types of ammo. In movies, you'll often see arrows punch through steel plate, which is unrealistic, so in Kingmakers, a bow won't cut through a full plate of armor. We want the game to feel like a simulated medieval battle, so the balance between medieval armor against modern bullets is something we've been exploring a ton, which I find fascinating in the sense it's such a insane premise of a game, you know, taking all of this modern weaponry into this era, but at the same time bringing that to the table with a level of realism, I think is an incredibly compelling design choice that'll give Kingmakers, I think, an identity of its own. With that said, we want the guns to feel realistic too, so a 9mm handgun, for example, can go through wooden shields and steel armors, but to hit through hardened steel, you'll need something stronger like the 50 cal Desert Eagle. While we can't use real-world trademarks in the game, we've modeled the weapons to closely resemble their real-life counterparts, so for the purpose of this dev blog, we may refer to some of them in here by those familiar names. There's a pretty big arsenal in Kingmakers, so they can't list everything there, but you'll have handguns, you'll have the 50 cal Desert Eagle, 500 cal Magnums. On the rifle side, you'll find AR-15s, AK-47s to LMGs, and non-automatic rifles like the BMG. A range of submachine guns will be available as well. When it comes to melee, they originally had a sword and shield for you, but realistically, swinging a sword at full plate armor isn't very effective. That's why we've swapped it with a big sledgehammer. Its heavy, blunt impact is more practical and can help you stab stagger, the tougher officers you'll face. You'll still have a shield, but it's a small buckler that stays on your arm, while you handle a gun letting you parry incoming attacks or arrows without being weighed down like a heater or kite shield would. As for the bow and crossbow, you'll be given modern versions such as a rapid-fire crossbow and a semi-automatic bow that reloads like a modern firearm. As far as progression and upgrades, when you start a mission, you'll begin with a lower tier weapon like the bow, crossbow, or a basic handgun, and a couple of grenades, and gradually unlock more powerful options as you progress. In Kingmakers' lore, the future is in a rough shape and suffering from low resources, so requesting new guns isn't that simple. You'll need to loot in the past, gather resources like copper, gold, and hidden treasures, and send them back to the future. This will be your form of currency to buy new weapons and upgrades. Upgrades make a real difference in gameplay. You can improve things like a weapon's magazine capacity, its armor pen, or its accuracy at range. A basic version of weapon may start weak against the high-tier armors, but fully upgrading it could allow it to match those elite opponents. At Early Access, there will be 3 playable drivable vehicles, a motorcycle, a convertible car, and we're hoping to get the tank in on time too. We went with the convertible over the pickup truck from the announcement trailer because it lets you shoot in 360 degrees, whereas closed roof would have limited you to fixed positions. That said, we're not ruling the truck out completely. Early Access is all about feedback, so that's something that'll be evolving over time. In co-op, you won't be able to share vehicles with teammates yet. Instead, you'll each have your own, but that's something we're hoping to add later in post-Early Access. For gameplay reasons, the motorcycle is indestructible for now, but the convertible isn't, so smashing through soldiers or obstacles will damage the car and it can eventually be destroyed. And a little fun fact about the vehicles, you can pull off some cool stunts like launching off hills or crashing into buildings to mow down enemies. We hope you'll share your Daredevil gameplay clips with us if you do. There's other aspects that have been unveiled as far as destructibility and things of that nature. I'll highlight that in a future video. And obviously, a lot of this is going to be a work in progress as the game is hitting early access, and a lot of it will be developed based on fan feedback. They also do talk a little bit about the history of the game and how it came to be as far as where it takes place, and that is in Devblog 3, picking a fight with history, going over the actual history. And then in Kingmaker's lore, in Kingmaker's original timeline, Owain Rebellion was victorious. He and his allies managed to conquer all of England, which set the world on a path toward technological superiority. However, a malevolent otherworldly force changed this original timeline, causing Wales to fall in its conquest of England. This is the history you and I are familiar with today. Unfortunately, this altered timeline has led us to the present day, which where petty squabbles between nations has stunted our development, and now to save the future, you have to return to the past. I also do want to wrap up this video by knowing Ian Fish, lead coder at Kingsmaker, has posted a video highlighting the theme and the soundtrack to the game, giving a little bit of insight into the theme and the vibe that the game is going for, and that is something that is a bit of work in progress. And great to see that Ian has been responding to a lot of the users that respond to him, and you know, even feedback from other people. And with the game hitting early access, that is what you want to see. Kingmakers, as I mentioned, will be hitting early access on October the 8th. It is coming out in the same time as a lot of other games, but I feel like with its premise of just sheer insanity, if it's a game that has a quality foundation, I think it's going to blow up on social media, and a lot of people are going to end up talking about it. But that's going to do it for me. As always, let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Let me know your anticipation level of Kingmakers, if it's a game you were even aware about, because I think the level of insanity is going to be right up the alley of a lot of you guys. So let me know your thoughts on it down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.